Spring has been a bit weird. There were many days with rain or overcast skies, so I didn't get to enjoy the cherry blossoms much. But today, the weather is nice and sunny, so I decided to go check out Oryukdo and take some videos. Being born and raised in Busan, I'm really proud that our city is known as the capital of 돼지국밥. I love trying out different spots for 돼지국밥, and there's this amazing local place near Oryukdo that I think serves one of the best 돼지국밥 I've ever had. So after my visit to Oryukdo, that's where I'm headed for lunch. Oryukdo is one of my favorite spots in Busan. I don't like crowded places, and Oryukdo is never too busy, which is good. I always feel better with the sea wind in my face and looking at the ocean. It's easy to get there by bus as well. The bus stop is right near Oryukdo, and buses come every 5 minutes. You can see the ocean on the right as the bus gets close to Oryukdo, so you know when to get off. I did check the weather this morning, and it may have mentioned something about strong winds, but I was like, hey, how windy can it get? And then, when I got off the bus, I realized they weren't kidding. It was so windy that I kind of started worrying about things falling off from the wind and hitting me on the head. But I saw the car park was opened and people were around sightseeing, so I thought, why not? And headed up to take a look. As you walk up the hill towards the Skywalk, you get this nice view of Haeundae. See the 3 tall buildings over there? That's basically at the end of Haeundae Beach. I love coming here on a weekday because it's so much quieter. Today was a Tuesday, so it was not crowded at all. After a short walk, you get to the top of the hill and you can see Yeongdo from here. Yeongdo is like the Staten Island of Busan, I would say. It's an island but is connected to the mainland by bridges. Well, sadly, due to the strong winds, the skywalk was closed, which is a shame. If you ever visit Oryukdo, make sure to try the skywalk. It only takes a few seconds to just walk in and take photos, and it's completely free. Normally, the ocean looks pretty calm and blue from up here, but today it was murky and greyish because of the wind. The water looked really choppy. I would hate to be on a boat in this weather. I would turn blue so quickly. There's a staircase that leads to the ground level, and there are some great photo spots along the way. My hair is blowing in the wind like crazy. It looks like an alien creature with 100 tentacles. At the bottom of the stairs, I headed towards the best photo spot in Oryukdo. Unfortunately, I didn't take any photos here today because, as you can see, the wind was way too strong. I could barely stand still, and with all the salt water spraying around, I just didn't stick around for long. There's another staircase over here that leads down to the Oryukdo Key car park. And you will find a few food stalls at the bottom, although I'm not sure if they're open today. As I was watching these incredible waves crash, I spotted a haenyeo out in the sea. Haenyeo means female divers in Korean. These women dive right into the ocean without any breathing gear to gather seafood like abalone and sea urchin. It's how they make a living. Over here are the stalls where these ladies sell their seafood. Not sure if they're open today though. ocean's current looks so wild and scary from here. It's hard to imagine what it's like for the Haenyeo to dive in these waters to support their families. And over in that corner, you can see some fishermen. I'm wondering what they're catching. I've got this funny fear of standing too close behind a fisherman. I just keep imagining getting hooked in the nose or ear when they cast their line. So I just filmed a bit and moved on quickly. Next, I trekked back up to the Skywalk area to enjoy the view a bit more. If you're wondering what I'm looking at through the binoculars, I'm checking out if there are any fishermen on that island. Sometimes you see these hardcore fishermen fishing right on the edge of the rocks. I was wondering if anyone was out there today. On my way down the hill, I saw a busload of people walking up dressed in some serious mountain climbing gear. Maybe they're doing the coastal mountain walk. I felt a bit cold after being outside in strong wind for a while, so I popped into the cafe for a hot coffee. This is the only cafe in Oryukdo and it's surrounded by fantastic views. The catch is that the drinks are a bit pricey, like an extra $2-3 more than other places. I don't usually splurge here, but today felt like an exception. Okay, so now that I've warmed up a bit, I decided to walk up towards Oryukdo Park. The climb is pretty steep, and for someone who hasn't exercised in 6 months, it felt like quite a workout. But it's all worth it because after a 5 to 10 minute climb, you get to the park where you can enjoy the lush greenery and the open view of the ocean. In the middle of the park is this artificial pond. It's a nice touch, but I wish the water was cleaner. But regardless, I still love coming up here and just getting some sun and enjoying the peacefulness. If I lived in one of those apartments facing the park, I would come here every day. There are some spots along the edge of the park that have an amazing view over the ocean and Oryukdo. If it wasn't as windy, I would have stayed here much longer and really soaked in the atmosphere. If you keep following the blue arrow on the railing, you can hike all the way to the other side of the mountain, which is part of gghoneybee Park. It's a 2-hour hike one way, and I always recommend people who are visiting Busan to do the hike because there is amazing scenery along the way. I decided to stop here, take some photos and walk down. Although it was very windy, the sun was out and the air was pretty clear. I really enjoyed walking down the stairs as I took in the vast and breathtaking ocean view along the way. Growing up in Busan, I came to Oryukdo with my family many times, but I don't think I truly appreciated its beauty until I was older. I don't know if you guys ever experienced anything similar. Now that I'm vlogging, I'm excited to explore other beautiful spots in Busan and share them with all of you guys. Okay, so now it's time to go and have some lunch. To get to the gghoneybee place that I'm heading to, you can catch any of these buses from here. All of these buses stop at the same stop for the restaurant. It's 4 stops away and should only take less than 10 minutes. So I got off at Busan St. Mary's Hospital stop and walked up the road. You'll see 2 same signs for similar shop fronts. They're basically the same restaurant, so don't worry. I went into the one on the left and took a seat. I didn't take a video of the inside because I was a little bit shy. But anyway, it's a small restaurant and does show a bit of age. Some may say it looks almost dingy, but I think it's got character.
저희 따로 2개 주세요.
The food comes out quickly. You get chives, 깍두기, kimchi, meat dipping sauce, and 새우젓. The soup is clear, unlike some other gghoneybee places. And it's so clean yet flavorful. Now, put chives in your soup and then adjust your soup to taste with 새우젓. There's no right way, so just go with what tastes good to you. Some gghoneybee places put slices of pig ears or head in the soup, but I don't usually enjoy those parts of the pig. This restaurant seems to only use the body parts of a pig, which is more my style. The meat is very tender and juicy. And I love their 깍두기, which has this subtle flavor of sea pineapples. This place is one of the only 2 Michelin-listed gghoneybee spots in Busan. It's a very well-known local restaurant, but I'm not too sure if international tourists know about this place. Anyway, I'll put some additional details about the restaurant in the description below if you're interested. So, that was my trip to Oryukdo and Hapcheon Gukbapjib. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.